Okay, so a quick disclaimer of who we're gonna talk about. So in this episode, we're talking about Lucky Dave. Lucky Dave is a professional. Well, he's originally from New Orleans, and New Orleans, as we've seen over the years, New Orleans is designed for R&B, for hip hop, because New Orleans has that culture. Louisiana has that culture of a mixture of French and stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about a person from New Orleans, and that'll be Lucky Dave. Lucky Dave is signed to RCA Records, I still believe. And he released this new song. And this new song was called Over, right? Like, he released this a while ago. I'm going to say recently because it's still recently getting some play through. And he's known to be able to play the guitar and have amazing vocals. However, in the song Over, it's his own personal song, and I think that says a lot because there's not a lot of vocalists that make it and bring the mainstream record. However, Lucky Dave has, and we're gonna talk about the song Over, which kind of involves the situationship in a sense. So, real quick, let's see if we have any sponsors, and we'll get right into it.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
So firstly, I have to give the guy Lucky Dave. I have to give him credit because of the music video that he shot, and he used an opera room to record. And the opera has been known for a lot of situations or people in their lives. So I do have to give props to that. I have to give props to where props is due because the opera, many people don't think about it, but that's great. That reminds me of music. I'm not sure where this opera is, but I'm pretty sure it's in Louisiana. Okay, so the first lyric he talks about is every time we link up, it's only us there. Where he's just basically saying when we get there, when we finally get to hang out with each other, we're always in that one spot together. It's not necessarily us being anywhere else. We're always thinking, will we get there? Like, will we reach this new stage in our relationship? Or will we, in this situationship, will we reach that next stage where we're friends, we're best friends now? What are we? Like, in that situation, will we go up to a relationship? Will we go to marriage? It's like, and we're always thinking, where will we be next? Like, what's the next stages? Or will we stay in the same place? Which I do understand, right? And so then the next line is it wrong or is it right? Like, so this is what he's saying. What he's basically saying is it a bad idea to somebody you're in a situationship or thinking about dating and marrying? Is it bad to always think of what the next step is going to be? And some people will say, well, yeah, if you're trying to move too quickly and you met the person less than a month, you might be moving a little quickly. But no, it's not really wrong to think about a future with a person. That's why most people get into relationships, and that's why most people get into marriages. And that's what people hope in marriages, I should say. Not what they try to reach in marriages, but what they try to hope for in marriages is that it lasts forever, to death do them part. Granted, I might have that last part wrong. I've never been married, so I might have got that last part of until death do us part, which I believe is right. But that's what he's saying. He says, I always miss you, but what I'm getting from you is always mixed signals, which is, I really don't know how you feel. Like, I could we could be in love with each other, but I can never know because you don't really show emotion, or you don't tell me how you really feel, which I think is an amazing way to do it. I think it's very rare that we get an artist that talks about receiving mixed emotions from somebody. Now, he's not top 10 mainstream artist where people are like, well, if you feel that way, you can get any girl you want if you're in the top 10 artists. That's what people believe, top 10, top 3 of any list, right? Like The Weeknd. So we get it. Like, he's just saying that. And he says, why slow down? You don't stop at green lights. And that's what I'm saying. So in situationships, they're like, if it can only get better from here, why would we ever stop not being in a relationship or pursuing it, or the idea of thinking about it? All good things shouldn't stop. Like, anything good should never stop, right? But there are some people that believe that if you stop, that's why he says no one stops at a green light. Like, if everything's going good, why stop it? Why break up, right? Or why try to go back down to friendships? And some people say, and he mentions it. He says if and this pre-chorus has been famous. Like, it's been in a lot of videos. It's been TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's been on a lot of different social platforms. I've heard it on YouTube videos before. Like, they just take a snippet of it. But the line I've heard a lot, but never, people haven't heard the full song, and I think they might overuse it. It's because they go, if I'm so toxic, if you're so toxic to me, wait. Yeah, it's one of these. It's one of these lyrics that keep going up on, if I'm so toxic, then leave. But I don't think that's the lyric we hear in the pre-chorus. For some reason, I thought it was in the pre-chorus because you hear it so often throughout this song. But the lyrics that he talks about without it being in like this song, like directly, and you'll hear, if I'm so toxic, then why leave, right? So, and it's been like a snippet, like a 30-second snippet of it being everywhere. He says, now you want to get aggressive, right? Like, now you want to say, when I'm not giving you attention, or when you're sending mixed signals, you want to really give me attention. That could be in call form. That could be just trying to get my attention more. He says, but nightmares turns into dreams. So where I thought we would never be together, it turns into a dream because that's you're wanting me. And if you're so toxic to me, and I think it's a weird thing. Because he says, I thought it was over. It had me emotionally thinking that everything was over. But, you keep calling back. Like, you keep coming back to me even though you called it quits and you didn't want to go no further in a friendship or a relationship or the situationship. But now you keep calling me like you want more, which I say this and I don't know how it will be received. But they're an ex for a reason, only because if something didn't work out. Now, I've heard people say that love at the wrong time happens. Yeah, but if they're not reciprocating it back to you, and the relationship seems one-sided, or the situationship seems one-sided, because in the song it doesn't feel that way, it's probably not. It's probably not a good thing. But then again, don't take my word for it, because I'm not a relationship guru. I'm not. So he says, you keep pulling me closer and closer because every time you call me, I think we're going to move on further into this relationship or this situationship or this marriage. But, it never happens. You love me for a couple 6 months and then you switch up. Or you love me for one day, then it's back to you're hating me. Like, this right here is a sign of it not being healthy. When you're trying to figure out what they really want, this is a sign of not being healthy. He says, well, now you keep calling me, and that's really much the pre-chorus. And the bridge is now you walking a thin line. We've been through it like 10 times. Like, we've been playing back and forth for 10 times, and we're not getting any younger. And you keep saying you want me, but you always act like you don't later on. So what's the point of us getting back together? He says, now I don't want to reply. This time I'm going to just decline it because I don't want to go to it. Keep going back to this the 11th time. You showed me I didn't want to rewind. Is the outro, and I think that's suiting, right? Because when you get into a routine of this person thinks they can always have you when they want to, it really becomes a one-sided relationship. And so his voice and then the way this is put together, I'm trying to respect his pronouns because I think his pronouns is he, but I haven't seen he, him. I haven't seen anything tell me otherwise. I haven't seen it on his profile, so I'm trying to be respectful. His vocals are amazing. Like, I haven't heard. This reminds you of like 2000 R&B, and he didn't win an award for a traditional R&B because this His vocal sounds like a traditional R&B. We hear that blues saxophone, that trump. We hear those blues instruments we associate with R&B, and so, and R&B has blues in it. So overall, I do like the song. I like the message a little bit. I do kind of wish it was longer and it had like a different chorus, but overall, I do like the song. The song's not a terrible song. I don't know. I really can't rate this because I don't have like a specific opinion on this song. So I'm gonna give this. So I'm not gonna really give it a rating out of 10 because I can't think of any. Because the song is very intentional, very an emotional thing to listen to. Depending on where you are, if you've ever been in a situationship or a relationship, you can kind of relate to this, and that's why I think the message of the song is good. But I think we could add some more stuff to it and not make it like one-sided. And I understand that what I'm saying is that I love songs, but they don't give both perspectives. It's a hard concept to me because there's two sides to every story, and this is what I like. The song is nice. It's a very one-sided. It's a one-sided story, and I like it. But it's like we don't get like the chorus being like a rebuttal or anything. So I don't know. I do like the song though. I can't figure out a number to rate it because I feel like 5 is too low, 10 is too high. As I said, no song will be perfect, so nothing should get a 10 out of 10 from me. A 9 feels like the right spot, but I'm not sure how much I like that chorus. But the song is great. The music video is amazing. It's shot in an opera scene, so that's always something I look for, like what they use in their music videos. So overall, I do like this, but I just don't know where to place it overall because these lyrics are good. They're simple. They're to the point. But in his vocal range, you can hear it in the song. It's a large vocal range, but I'm not really sure where I place this song particularly. I'm not really sure. So, yeah, the song's not bad though. Lucky Dave did Over and Over. Seems like a great song, great structure of a song. Yeah. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rambling, but it's just listening to this song and you listen to it over and over and you're like, this song's good. I can't find many things wrong with it, as I said, but I just don't know where to rate it. Like, it's a good song. It's a song I would listen to if I was looking for maybe older Southern R&B, but I just don't know where to place it. I don't know. So I'm kind of in that weird space of where do I put this, and I really don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry for him. I'll see you on the next episode. I just don't know where to put it.